Bitcoin has just seen one of its most bullish retests of this entire trend, and right now I am expecting a big continuation to be happening from off this point, and I will be exactly explaining about why I think this is happening. I will give a massive update on what is currently happening with Mt. Gox, how they are selling their Bitcoins on the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF, and of course I will be doing a deep dive in towards the price section Bitcoin is currently getting created. I will be talking about the most important charts and patterns which are telling us something crucial about what we need to understand about this exact move which we are currently creating. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And first of all, if we're looking at the Bitcoin price action right now, over the course of last night, we have seen a massive pump back towards the upside. I mean, yesterday we saw that big dump downwards, and now we have recovered all the way back up. And actually, if we're going to be looking at what place we actually bounced from, I of course discussed this level many times on my Twitter page yesterday. While of course I was not able to upload a video on my X page, I showed you that this is the most important level of support. And yes, exactly like we previously around got rejected from this level over here as well. And while we found some support from this level last time around, we once again found support from this exact level. And yes, having such a slight little correction in a trend is not necessarily bearish, because otherwise the uptrend is not going to be staying healthy. So right now Bitcoin retested this level and absolutely crushed it towards the upside. You can see also this green box, which we exactly retested, has previously always provided resistance and support. Also over here, many times we got rejected by this level. Here also, even once we broke below this level, we saw a retest of it, got rejected, and had that massive dump downwards. And now this time around, we have seen 2 times that we got supported by this level instead of getting rejected. So things are looking very great for Bitcoin right now here. We flipped this previous level of resistance into support, and this is going to be marking something huge for Bitcoin in the upcoming weeks and days ahead of ourselves. First of all, if we're going to be looking at the 100-day EMA, we can see that this level previously around clearly provided support, provided resistance, and this time again is providing support for Bitcoin. So we exactly bounced off this level, which is of course looking absolutely fire in my opinion. Also, to quickly go through the ETF data, yesterday the spot Bitcoin ETF had about $31 million in inflows, and the Ethereum ETF saw about $152 million of outflows. So yeah, it is important to be paying attention towards this data, but what I think is the most important to be paying attention towards right now is of course the Mt. Gox wallet. And currently they only have $5.3 billion left in their portfolio. And for the ones that didn't know, they previously around had over $11 billion, so already more than the half of their wallet has been distributed, and they hold on about 80,000 Bitcoins right now, but I do expect that this is going to get sold off or sent away in the coming periods in the market. And like we know, many previous users from Mt. Gox, they decided to actually hold the Bitcoin. So yeah, it's quite interesting what we're currently seeing, but I do believe that the sell pressure from the Mt. Gox wallets is definitely not going to be as high as people were expecting. So Bitcoin is still holding above $67,000. With my trade as well, you can see that I still have it open because my first take profit target is laying around $72,000, and $72,000 is literally on the top side of that region, and I believe that we are going to be reaching that level fairly soon for Bitcoin. So yeah, I will be remaining to be holding my trade open. I don't really see a reason to be taking profits on my trade right now, because I do believe that ultimately Bitcoin is going to be going much higher, especially since we did flip this level into support right now. So if you want to be trading yourself, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video, because if you go to this link in the description right now, guys, and if you press on it, you will come to this page and you can claim a free $500 airdrop position on Bybit completely for free. So if you are really interested in trading, make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video, where you can currently find that free $500 airdrop position. But going further in towards the content, I basically come back towards this point where basically on every single chart you can see that we have bounced from a crucial level for Bitcoin, and this is really going to tell us something about what we're going to be doing in the coming period in the market, because since we right now have seen this 28% pump towards the upside, and then we come down, we flip this exact level which previously ran, flipped it into resistance, right now flipping into support. Guys, this is showing and indicating that we are most likely heading much higher from off this point than we already are sitting. So I am very optimistic about Bitcoin right now, that we are most likely going to be running much higher. I believe that the big resistance ahead of ourselves is most certainly going to be this downward sloping resistance line, and it's going to be laying somewhere around 69 to 70,000 US dollars. Really, if we're looking at Bitcoin, we have seen the falling wedge pattern, and the falling wedge pattern breakout target is laying around 72 to 73,000 US dollars, and I ultimately think that this target is of course going to get reached for Bitcoin. And right now all we're seeing is that Bitcoin is trading against the resistance of that bull flag pattern. I mean, we've been trading against the bull flag pattern for quite a while right now here, but to find some resistance at this level is all more than likely. I mean, we have seen such a big rally. Now we are retesting this level again here, and I do believe right now on that second chance and that second move towards the upside, there's a possibility we are actually going to be breaking above it. And whenever we're going to be breaking out of the bull flag pattern on Bitcoin, guys, this is going to be marking a big difference in momentum for Bitcoin, in my opinion. And I do believe that we are at that starting point of that next push higher. And also imagine, there is literally no holding back of Bitcoin. There's no FUD in the market for Bitcoin not to go higher if Mt. Gox is really out of Bitcoin, because that is what has been holding back the price for such a long time right now here. And we can see already that they've distributed almost half of it. And yeah, it looks to be that we shouldn't really worry all too much about those Bitcoins from Mt. Gox here. So yes, I am very freaking excited about this. I do also really believe that the Bitcoin halving effect is about to kick in, since we have been consolidating already 100 days sideways approximately after the Bitcoin halving, and usually around that time frame we tend to see the Bitcoin price action really go exponential. And if we're looking at the hash ribbons, we can currently see that the hash ribbons are right now flashing a buy signal, and this is of course for the first time ever since the Bitcoin halving. And every single time we see that happening for the first time ever after the Bitcoin halving, that is the point where we do see, of course, those big rallies towards the upside, just like we saw over here, just like we will be seeing probably over here, and just like we've seen every single time after the Bitcoin halving. Once the signal flash, Bitcoin goes exponential. So I am very optimistic about that Bitcoin is going to be running higher. And yes, if you're looking at the monthly time frame, we are seeing some beautiful consolidation. We're first of all seeing this compression pattern getting generated, but second of all, we're seeing 5 months of consolidation sideways above all-time highs. We're seeing this massive monthly bullish hammer candle that Bitcoin is currently getting created. Bitcoin is just holding above 60,000 US dollars very strongly right now here. This is reaccumulation. The people that really want to get out of the market are selling right now, and once all those people are out of the market, that is probably the point where we are going to be seeing that next big push towards the upside. But always before these massive bull runs, we see that couple months of consolidation before we really are going to be taking off. And this is the period in the market where we are seeing those couple months of consolidation before we are absolutely going to be taking off here. And just like I said earlier in the video, guys, this level that currently flipped into support is something big for Bitcoin. This bounce that we got today is crucial. We created this hammer candle on the daily time frame, indicating we are strong, we're looking good. And I do believe that the first targets which we are going to be aiming from of this level are going to be laying around 72,000 US dollars, which is also my first take profit target on this massive trade I've taken from 1.6 million US dollars. So guys, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.